Welcome back. Police in Abaco are questioning two American men in connection with an alleged sexual assault of an American woman. The incident was reported to police shortly before 5 a.m. yesterday. Preliminary reports indicate that the victim was allegedly sexually assaulted while on board a commercial vessel. Two men, ages 28 and 26, who were passengers on board a commercial vessel as well, were arrested as the investigation continues. Police make several arrests for illegal gun possession. The first of them happening around 10 p.m. on Thursday when officers attached to Black Scorpion conducted a routine stop and search of a vehicle when they discovered a firearm containing ammunition. Two individuals, a 26-year-old male and a 25-year-old female, were taken into custody. In the second incident that occurred today, shortly before 3 a.m., police executed a search warrant at a residence on Wilton Street off Mackey Street where they found a loaded firearm. No arrests were made in that instance. Meanwhile, Drug Enforcement Unit officers on Grand Bahama arrested a 39-year-old male on Thursday following the seizure of 2.2 pounds of suspected cocaine. Shortly after 4:30 p.m., officers executed a search warrant at a residence in St. Maria Avenue where they discovered the drugs and arrested the sole occupant of that home. The estimated value of the drugs, 2.2 pounds of cocaine, $20,000. It's causing quite a stir, but here's what St. Anne's Member of Parliament Adrian White said on the Love 97 talk show Issues of the Day with host Christian Jones last week that is at the heart of a heated backlash. Mr. White was responding to a caller that was afraid the FNM would lose the Killarney seat because Dr. Hubert Minnis did not get the party's nomination.
We can count on Killarney staying as an FNM seat. Like St. Anne's, Killarney is a sensible seat, very sensible people in there. They know that this PLP administration, worse than in history of PLP administrations, most were good at peak times, but this one has been a terrible disgrace to the country.
Well, what do you mean sensible? You're saying that only sensible people live in St. Anne's and Killarney?
Sensible people vote FNM.
What does that mean? That means people who don't vote for the FNM are stupid?
When you have time, well, every constituency has voted FNM except for Angliston, right? Voted FNM. So every seat can be seen as a sensible seat.
So I ask you again, you're saying that the people of Angliston are not sensible, or what are you saying?
The people of
Angliston, what does that mean?
The majority of...
That the FNM is the party of sense? What are you saying?
Yes, exactly.
Well, the Member of Parliament for Angliston, Glenys Hannah Martin, took grave offense and addressed the matter during member statements in the House of Assembly on Wednesday, where she began with a brief political history of the Angliston constituency and listed a number of Bahamians in that constituency that are doing great things to help build the nation. Hannah Martin suggested Mr. White apologize to the people of Angliston for saying they are not sensible because they did not vote for the FNM.
I found it necessary to give this little overview because one of my constituents sent me something. They were highly offended by comments which have been attributed to the MP for St. Anne's. I listened to it for myself. The irony of this is that the host of the show, his grandmother is from Angliston, Fidelio Street, no less. And she produced a son who's the ambassador in Washington, United States, from Angliston. And I think from what I heard, and they are really not pleased with what has been said. And I think the member, just my advice, ought to consider making an apology to the people of Angliston. Because in his innuendo, either indirect or direct, is an assertion that the people of Angliston ain't got no sense. And this derogatory slur is, in my view, an effort to intimidate the people of Angliston as they exercise their democratic constitutional freedom. I've heard other commentary coming from members of the FNM similar about go look at your constituency. Well, go look at it and tell me what you see. And the late Maya Angelou told us, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Yes. Mr. White, who was present in the House of Assembly at the time, did not immediately apologize. However, on Thursday evening, he released a statement saying that his remarks have been both misinterpreted and misrepresented and are now being used for political mischief. He said if any Bahamians felt slighted or disrespected by what he said, he sincerely apologizes, as it was never his intention to offend or suggest that any community is less valuable than another. While appearing on the same show, Issues of the Day this week, F&M Senator Darren Henfield said he does not prescribe to Mr. White's comments. With national examinations approaching to prepare students, the Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training launched the broadcast of their new game show called Social Mania. Director of Education Dominic McCartney Russell shared the goals of this initiative and how it will impact students.
The goal of the Ministry of Education is to ensure that we provide opportunities for our children to maximize their potential. The question is not, are you smart, but how are you smart? And so we are so elated that our students got the opportunity to participate in this competition.
The show features upper primary school students and junior high school students preparing to sit the grade level assessment test, or GLAT, and the Bahamas Junior Certificate BJC examinations. Glennis Hannah Martin, the Minister of Education, explained how the game show will work and what its sole purpose is.
Social Mania is designed to prepare our upper primary and junior high school students for success in the social studies in GLAT and the BJC examinations. But it's also about celebrating excellence, fostering teamwork, and showcasing the brilliance of our young scholars across the Bahamas. The game show, as you see, features a Jeopardy-style format where 3 students from each participating school compete, answering questions drawn directly from the Department of Education's Social Studies curriculum.
Social Mania is not only limited to students here in New Providence, but will extend to the Family Islands as well. The show will begin airing next month, with 13 episodes being featured in the first season. Creators are hoping it has the same or better success like the once popular show called It's Academic. And that'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jerino Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us.